welcome back to the third episode of the Brittany Sherell Podcast. I am so happy to have you here. If you haven't already, do me a favor and subscribe to the podcast. It helps other women find a podcast and really get in on the good stuff like you. If you're a busy woman like me, this podcast is just for you. So you're going to want to subscribe. You're not going to want to miss anything because all of the content is created by a busy woman for a busy woman to help us all get back to our dreams. Today, we're going to talk about Xing out the anxiety. A lot of times we are busy and we're bustling around and we are under a lot of pressure a lot of times. And so that often translates into anxiety. I have realized recently that I've had bouts of anxiety. And some people have anxiety that's diagnosed and some have it undiagnosed. My anxiety actually was diagnosed, and I honestly found it scary because I didn't know what was going on with me at first. And it really got to the point where things were out of hand. Like I would just have trouble breathing and felt like the room was closing in on me even if I was sitting still. I had some pretty rough symptoms that really pushed me to the point where I was like, okay, yeah, I need to go see a doctor and figure out what's going on. But, a lot of times as women, we're so busy hustling for everybody else, we don't take the time to slow down and really take care of ourselves, which is often the first step to why we've gotten on this spiral of moving away from actually doing the things that fulfill us and actually being intentional about pursuing our dreams and our personal goals. And so today I want to focus on how we can really just take back control of our lives and get around anxiety. Some of the things that I found that helped, I'm going to give you 3 ways actually to alleviate anxiety for the busy woman. So the first thing is organization. Like organization has been a game changer for me. Organization keeps things clear, keeps things in order. It keeps me from having to spend extra energy trying to think and piece things together or waste energy trying to remember where certain things are. Organization has really helped alleviate anxiety for me. The second thing that I found that has been really helpful for me is getting up earlier in the morning. So it has really changed the outlook of life for me by just being intentional about not waiting until the very last minute to get up. When I hear my alarm, actually I set probably 6 alarms to be honest with you, but that's what it takes for me to get up earlier because I found that on the days when I really push things and keep hitting the snooze button, I wake up and guess what? My day, I'm already behind schedule for my day, right? So by me getting up just even 5 minutes earlier in the mornings really gives me time to orient myself, and it allows you to greet your day, basically. It allows you to greet your day rather than trying to catch up with your day all day. Because we all know if you wake up late, you get started behind schedule, you spend the rest of your day trying to get caught up. And usually it just doesn't happen. And that creates anxiety for us. And that's something we can control. So rise a little bit earlier each day. And the third tip for how to alleviate anxiety for the busy woman is to give yourself time. So be on time for different events and obligations. I found myself at one point, I realized I was just really getting behind on stuff. I would just, for no good reason, or things like I didn't schedule in time for travel from my house to a certain event, or I just didn't really have a good reason to be late. I decided to stop for some ice cream when I knew that extra 7-minute stop for that ice cream was going to throw me behind. And that results in anxiety a lot of times because now wherever you're going, you don't give yourself grace to arrive there and be able to orient yourself once you're in that place, whether it's familiar or not. There's a certain peace that comes with knowing that you're on time or before time. So those are your 3 things I want you to implement to help alleviate anxiety throughout your busy day. Whether you are diagnosed with anxiety or not, most of us have some signs of anxiety in our lives. Like, we have some anxiety around certain things. So your 3 things are organization, organize your life as much as you can. 2, rise earlier each day. Get up, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes earlier. I use that time to wake up, read scripture, get myself together. And the 3rd thing is, give yourself time. Be on time, sis. Be on time. Be early. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself time to pull up and get situated wherever you're headed. So I hope these things have been helpful for you. If you have a few minutes, a few seconds, if you could, rate the podcast and leave me a review. I'd love to hear from you. Follow me on Instagram as well, at Brittany Sherell. Same thing on Facebook. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'm so glad you came and spent a few minutes with me today. And you already know how this goes. Until next time, girlfriend, go get back to your dreams.